Very important topic. Issuance of compulsory convertible preference shares (CCPS) by private limited company to non-resident investors. This route is one of the most preferred ways to bring foreign direct investment (FDI). So this is the most preferred way to bring FDI into Indian startups and unlisted companies. We'll cover the entire process step by step based on the latest amendments under Companies Act 2013 and rules, and the Foreign Exchange Management Non-Debt Instrument Rules 2019 updated as on date. Now we will see what is CCPS. CCPS means it stands for Compulsory Convertible Preference Shares. So these are preference shares that have a preferential right over equity shareholders regarding dividend and repayment of capital, and must be mandatorily converted into equity shares because these are CCPS. Mandatorily it will be converted into equity shares within a specified time and at a predetermined ratio. Ratio has to be predetermined. Now, why are CCPS so popular for foreign investment? Because Rule 215 of FEMA, Non-Debt Instruments Rule 2019, CCPS are classified as equity instruments, not debt. So that means investment in CCPS is treated as FDI. Investment in CCPS is treated as FDI, provided the shares are fully and compulsorily convertible into equity within a particular period, within a defined time. We will see the legal framework. Here, how the legal foundation will go one by one section. Section 42, private placement. Section 55 of Companies Act, preference shares. 62(3), conversion clause. These are the sections covered under Companies Act 2013. And we also see the rule 14 governs private placement procedure. Companies, prospectus and allotment of securities rules. Rule 14 governs private placement procedure, section 42 and rule 14. Then companies share capital and debentures rules 2014. Share capital and debentures rules. Rule 9 governs issue and terms of preference shares. It talks about the terms, conditions, issue. Then FEMA, Non-Debt Instruments Rules 2019, Schedule 1 and Rule 6 governs FDI in equity instruments. Then FEMA, Mode of Payment and Reporting of Non-Debt Instruments Regulations 2019, specifies payment and reporting requirements. And latest amendments 16th August 2024 inserted Rule 9A permitting share swap transactions and updated sectoral FDI caps, foreign direct investment caps. So while Companies Act governs the mode and internal approvals, FEMA governs the foreign investment, valuation and reporting aspects. We'll see the eligibility, key eligibility conditions. Before issuing CCPS, we have to see particular checkpoints. Authorization in Articles of Association. The articles must allow issue of preference shares and private placement. If not, alter AOA under section 14, alteration of articles. Then private placement basis, we'll see issue must be to select group of identified persons not exceeding 200 per financial year per security. For security type 200 per the financial year, excluding QIBs and ESOP employees as per section 42 subsection 2 and rule 14 2B. Investor eligibility under FDI policy. Ensure the investor is from an approved country and sector, not from a prohibited nation or sector under the FDI policy. Fully paid up shares. CCPS must be fully paid up at the time of the issue. Conversion terms fixed upfront. The ratio and the time of conversion into equity must be clearly stated. No discretion later. Valuation by merchant banker. The issue price must not be lower than the fair value certified by the SEBI registered merchant banker as per FEMA. Under Companies Act, yes, IBBA registered valuer. Valuation norms under FEMA, non-debt instruments rule 2019. The price of CCPS cannot be less than the fair value of equity shares determined by SEBI registered merchant banker or chartered accountant using internationally accepted methods like DCF and NAV. Step-by-step procedure, if you see, step 1, check AOA and authorization. Confirm that your company's AOA permits the issue of preference shares and private placement. If not, call an ECM to amend AOA under section 14. Step 2, conduct board meeting. The first board meeting, approve the proposal to issue CCPS on a private placement basis and the number of shares, what is the price and investor details, the draft offer letter Form PAS-3 and the calling of an extraordinary general meeting EGM to get shareholders approval. EGM proposing for EGM. These are all will approve in the first board meeting. Then step 3, shareholders approval. Conduct EGM. At the EGM, pass a special resolution under section 42 for private placement and section 55 for issue of preference shares. Mention both rules, rule 14, PAS rules and rule 9, SCD rules, share capital and debenture rules in the resolution. Mandatory disclosures in explanatory statement as per rule 3, share capital and debenture rules. Certain points are mandatorily to disclose in explanatory statement. Number 1, size and nature of the issue. Number 2, objective and purpose of the issue. Number 3, issue price and basis of valuation. Number 4, dividend rate and conversion ratio. What is the conversion ratio? What is the dividend? What are their terms and conversion, terms of conversion, manner of the issue and class of the investors. So then file MGT 14 with ROC within 30 days of passing of the resolution. This is what step 3. Then come to step 4. Step 4, circulation of offer letter, that is PAS-4. Circulate the private placement offer letter, Form PAS-4, to identified non-resident investors within 30 days of recording their names. Maintain record of all the offers in Form PAS-5. Step 5, receipt of subscription money. Receive money through normal banking channels, not in cash. Then the amount must be remitted from investors' own bank account in foreign currency. Collect FIRC and KYC form from authorized dealer, that is AD bank. The subscription amount must be kept in a separate bank account until allotment. This is what about step 5. Now we'll go to step 6. Allotment of CCPS. Hold a board meeting within 60 days of receiving of subscription money and then allot. If shares are not allotted within this period, then refund the money within 15 days, else interest will be at the rate of 12% per annum becomes payable. This is what about section 42 subsection 6. After allotment, issue share certificates in Form SH1 within 2 months. Then step 7, ROC filings. File Form PAS-3, return of allotment within 15 days of allotment. Attach valuation certificate, then list of allottees, then board resolution and special resolution copies. Then FEMA reporting, that is step 8. After allotment, file FCGPR on the forms portal within 30 days. Valuation report you have to attach, FIRC, KYC, board resolution for allotment and declaration by authorized signatory. CS certificate confirming compliance under FEMA and Companies Act. These are all required for FCGPR. Then post-issue ongoing compliance. After allotment, update register of members form MGT1 and register of preference shares. Then reflect the issue in the financial statements. Monitor conversion timelines. CCPS must be converted into equity within the timelines. Agreed term, normally less than or equal to 20 years. Then file Form FCGPR and annual FLA return by July 15th of each year for all foreign investments. So the key FEMA compliance provisions, latest as of 2025, receipt of funds through authorized dealer bank. Then FIRC, KYC will come into picture. Allotment of CCPS within 60 days. Board resolution. Filing with ROC, that is PAS-3, within 15 days of allotment. Then FCGPR within 30 days. FEMA reporting allotment. Then FLA return by July 15th of every year, that is annual reporting. So the amendment highlights August 2024 Rule 9A inserted in FEMA NDI rules, which allows transfer of equity instruments between resident and non-resident by way of shares swap. This is allowed. Updated Schedule 1 to align sectoral FDI caps. Simplified reporting on firms portal for share swaps and downstream investments. What are the key restrictions? CCPS cannot be optionally convertible or redeemable if issued to non-residents. The conversion formula must be fixed upfront. No discretion allowed later. Dividend rate must be reasonable. Excessive fixed return may trigger debt reclassification because the dividend must be reasonable. All FDI must comply with the sectoral caps and entry routes under the Consolidated FDI Policy Rules 2000, that is Consolidated FDI Policy 2024. We'll see the practical cases also. Many leading startups, including Swiggy, Ola, Byju's, and Zomato, have raised FDI through CCPS. This instrument allows flexible valuation adjustments and priority payout rights for investor until conversion. Once milestones are achieved, CCPS automatically convert into equity at the pre-agreed ratio. There are penalties for non-compliance. Section 42, subsection 10 of Companies Act, penalty up to the amount involved in the offer or 2 crores, whichever is lower. Under FEMA, non-reporting or later reporting can attract compounding by RBI and penalties up to 3 times of the investment amount. So the conclusion is, issuing CCPS to non-resident is an excellent way to raise FDI, but compliance is multi-layered and must align with both Companies Act, FEMA, NDI rules. So ensure proper valuation, time filings. Thank you. This is what about CCPS. Hope you are clear. Thank you. File timely filings MGT 14 PAS-3 FCGPR. We have 2 channels, RR Corporates and other channel RR Legal Talks. Please do subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you will not miss any of our latest videos. Thank you.